In a few minutes from now, we will start the program. Please refrain from standing and kindly put your cell phones on silent mode. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings. Welcome to the 5th Senior High School Commencement Rites of the University of the East Caloocan campus. Please remain seated. Entering the hall now are the candidates of the graduation, led by Admissions Office Director Ruth S. Palanca and Student Affairs Office Director Clemente A. Diwas, together with class advisors of the General Academic Strand. The Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics Strand. Parents and guardians, please rise. Entering the hall are the UE Caloocan academic officials led by Assistant Registrar Ethel Cecil M. Baltazar, UE Caloocan Alumni Association Incorporated President, UE Alumni Association Treasurer, Ms. Consuelo Manansala, Basic Education Department Assistant Principal, Victoria E. Gaño, Basic Education Department Principal, Marilu S. Alonzo, College of Arts and Sciences, Caloocan Associate Dean, Michelle H. Concepcion, College of Arts and Sciences, Caloocan Dean, Jean C. Tayag. Commencement speaker, Ms. Rica May L. Mendoza. And UE Caloocan Chancellor, Zosimo M. Batad. Please remain standing for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem to be led by the UE Chorale.
Bayang magiliw, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisihin. Sa nagat at bundok sa simula, sa langit mong sa panlayang minamahal, ang isang matawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim, lupa ng araw ng luwal, ating pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may makaapig, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please be seated. Principal Marilu S. Alonzo of the UE Basic Education Department, Caloocan, will now present the candidates for graduation.
Candidates for graduation, please rise as I call your respective strands. Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Zosimo Embatad, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for graduation of the General Academic Strand. The Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics Strand. They have been recommended by their respective faculty members after having completed all the requirements prescribed by our university, subject to the confirmation of the Department of Education.
By virtue of the authority vested upon me by the university and upon the recommendation of your respective faculty and principal, I hereby declare you graduates of senior high school, together with all the rights, privileges, and honors thereunto appertaining, subject to the confirmation of the Department of Education. You may now transfer your tassels to the right. May I request our dear parents to kindly stand up. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to our graduates.
Congratulations again, dear graduates, as well as to your parents, guardians, and teachers. Please be seated. Assistant Principal Victoria E. Gaño of the UE Basic Education Department, Caloocan, will now introduce the commencement speaker.
Our respected Chancellor of UE Caloocan, Dr. Zosimo M. Batad, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Jean C. Tayag, Associate Dean of College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Michelle H. Concepcion, Principal Marilu S. Alonso, Director Clemente Diwas of Student Affairs Office, Director Ruth Palanca of Admissions Office, Assistant University Registrar Ethel Cecil M. Baltazar, Ms. Consuelo D. Manansala from UE Alumni Association Incorporated, other UE academic and administrative officials, faculty and staff, parents and graduates, magandang umaga po. Our speaker for this year's commencement rites is an avid mover of alternative classroom learning experience, or ACLE, which is popular among colleges and universities who believe that students must have the exposure to various opportunities being offered by other courses, and that students may see or experience the actual learning from the not so traditional classroom setup. At a young age, she had proven her eager disposition about enriching her intellect. She graduated valedictorian from elementary education in 2010 and graduated salutatorian from high school in 2014 in this very same ground, our beloved University of the East. In college, she earned major units as an undergraduate student of Bachelor of Science in Mathematics at the University of the Philippines in Diliman, and completed the course Bachelor of Science in Hotel, Restaurant, and Institution Management as cum laude in 2020 from the same institution. From elementary to college, she was always up and at front in several school activities, a pride of her parents, a homegrown pride of University of the East. She is here today to inspire us by her words and works. Respected UE administrators and officials, fellow educators, dear parents, and to you all graduates of 2022, please join me in welcoming Ms. Rica May L. Mendoza.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Victoria. I am greatly honored to be here with all of you today and to be standing here on the stage with our distinguished university officials and administrators. To our President and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Esther A. Garcia, to the University of the East Chancellor, Dr. Zosimo M. Batad, to the College of Arts and Sciences Dean Jean C. Tayag, and Associate Dean Michelle H. Concepcion, Admissions Office Director Ruth S. Palanca, Basic Education Department Principal Marilu S. Alonzo, Basic Education Department Assistant Principal Victoria E. Ganyo, Assistant Registrar Ethel Baltazar, UE Caloocan Alumni Association Incorporated President and UE Alumni Association Treasurer, Ms. Consuelo Manansala, College of Business Administration Dean Emeteria B. Delisay, and Student Affairs Office Director, Mr. Clemente Diwas. To all the teachers, professors, parents, guests, and graduates, a pleasant morning to all of you, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to inspire you with my story. I first stepped my foot in this university when I was 7 years old. I was in grade 3 back then. Growing up, the University of the East served not just an institution of learning, but also a home for me. The university provided me an avenue for growth, opened doors of opportunities for me, and equipped me with all the knowledge, skills, and experiences that I needed as I prepared for college. Back in 2014, I entered the University of the Philippines, Diliman, and I studied Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. When I was at your age, I had already envisioned myself and established my plans to get into college, to finish my program in 4 years, and to apply for a position in the teaching industry or to pursue a career in the actuarial sciences. I had big dreams, right? Ever since I was younger, I've always wanted to be a mathematician because I was inspired by my mother. My mom, Marianne, has been teaching here in the University of the East for 30 years now. And together with my dad, they have always been my source of inspiration and also my role models in life. My first few years as a math major seemed to have been fun and manageable. I felt like I was living my dream, and it kind of made me think that my plans are going the way I wanted them to. I thought that it was exactly where I belong. A few years passed, and I gradually lost interest in doing the things I was once passionate about. Dealing with pure theoretical math demanded much of my time, strength, and attention that I almost totally lost time for my family and for the things that I loved doing. I thought that I was still doing fine until my body told me otherwise. My mental health plummeted and my physical health declined. I started to become quiet and lonely. So sometime in 2017, I decided to shift to a different college program because living in that manner was no longer healthy and beneficial for me. As someone who overthinks about what other people think of me or the need to conform to the standards of the society, I was so afraid to take that risk, even if I know that that decision would be the best for me. Sometimes we are faced with situations where we need to decide between two things: one that we are passionate about, one that we know is good for us, and the one that we like. The other one is something that we know people wanted us to pursue, something that's more practical, or one that is pleasing to the eyes of other people. More often than not, these two are not mutually exclusive. They do not share any characteristics, but sometimes there can be one thing that's common between them, and that is you. You can be passionate and interested in one thing, but is obliged, expected, or required to do the other. Let us face this sad reality. Some children didn't have the opportunities to pursue their own dreams because of some external factors that hinder them from doing so. They end up forcing themselves to just accept the situation or do what is asked of them because it provides them the means to pay the bills or to provide for their family's needs. Not every child is given the support, understanding, acceptance, and love that they need to pursue their own aspirations. So if you do, be grateful. That, in a personal sense, made me feel thankful for the family God has blessed me with. Allow me to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to my family, my parents, my sister, who is soon to finish her doctorate degree in this university, and my grandparents, for they have always been patiently understanding and constantly supportive in whatever it is that I wanted to pursue. I would also love to take this time to thank all of my teachers from the elementary and high school department who are present here, those who are watching from the other side of the world, and even those who are no longer with us today. I am most grateful to them, for they have been my real second parents. I encourage you all, dear graduates, to never stop expressing your love and appreciation to to all the people dear to you, your parents, and your teachers. Know that a grateful heart is always rewarded with more. The pandemic made us realize a lot of things, particularly the fact that we are all given a limited time here on earth. So let us not waste even a second of it for something that we may regret not doing one day. Sometimes we fail to realize the worth of someone until we lost them. We won't be able to realize how lucky we were until they're gone. If your parents are here with you, thank them, hug them, kiss them, make them coffee at least, and always remember to thank them for giving life to you and for offering their whole lives for you. It may sound cliche, but it's true that sometimes we're so busy growing up that we often forget they're also growing old. Going back to my story, God has made me find the path that I needed to take. The path that I didn't know back then was the best for me. I persistently prayed and asked for guidance because I really didn't know what to do next. Yes, I shifted to a different degree program, but I've never been more glad that I did. I became happy again. My passion that was once burning got ignited. I was hopeful again, and I was again living my best life. Because of this, I realized that you need not to force anything that truly belongs to you. I'm not saying that you should easily give up or that you should stop trying just because things get uncomfortable. You do have to try multiple times to get what you want, but if it already feels too heavy and unbearable, know that there could be something else that would feel light. If you feel like you're not being accepted, never force yourself to be loved. Never force yourself to belong in a place where you feel like you don't. Never listen to those who say that you couldn't or that you're not good enough, because you're so much more than how other people perceive you. Those who truly love you and the ones who really believe in you will always see the best of who you can be. Other people's inability to see the good side of you and the best of who you can be does not diminish and will never diminish your worth and capabilities. And also know that you cannot blend in when you were born to stand out. Back in high school, I thought I have made beautiful plans for myself, but God prepared something way better, bigger, and more life changing for me. And I'm very much certain that He's doing the same for you too. Just because things aren't working out the way you want them to, doesn't mean they're not working out the way they're supposed to. Looking back at my experiences, I am proud and grateful that by humbly responding to God's redirection, I had a complete 180-degree turn, and I had literally the most fulfilling college experience I have never thought nor even imagined I would have. Indeed, one simple turn can totally bring you to a different destination. Miss Jamie Veron once said, "Your journey and your timing aren't supposed to be like anyone else's." It's never too late to be who you are. It's never too late to turn around and rediscover parts of yourself you've left behind. You are not behind, my dear. No one is. So stop looking back and start moving forward. Do now what you wish you had done before, because now is your time. When I was your age, I was so obsessed with perfection. Mediocrity has nowhere been found in my vocabulary. I was afraid to make mistakes, afraid to fail, and afraid to take risks. Now I realize that our faults and mistakes are essential for our growth. Every day, we are all learning and growing. I believe that there's no such thing as a failure. But if there's one fault that you can never make, that is to be afraid. So we should never be afraid to get out of our comfort zones, to take risks, and to passionately follow our dreams. I found the beauty of the lessons hiding in the shadows of our mistakes. I have learned that in life, living courageously, boldly, and truthfully is the most important thing to know and master. But unfortunately, I still don't have an answer to that, even up to this date. At 23, I'm still young to be overly pressured, stressed, and worried about the future. But at the same time, I feel like I'm too old to just wait for my dreams to come to life. You are that point in your life where indeed you have your own responsibilities and duties to perform, but you're still young. Make the most out of your life, but always be responsible. I wish I knew back then what I do know now. What you have gone through in the past 2 years is something that you all should be greatly proud of. Living the peak of your teenage years, transitioning to adulthood, celebrating milestones without all the people you'd like to share it with, planning about your future. It takes so much discipline to manage all these difficult situations at the same time. But imagine that at such a young age, you were able to handle all of it while dealing with the pandemic. You have fought hard on your own and won an infinite number of battles that no one else knew. And that makes you all warriors. We cannot anticipate things in the middle of uncertainty, but together we can all make our way through it. We acknowledge the sacrifices that you all had to make, the pain, the anxiety, and stress that you had to deal with, and loneliness and feeling of isolation that you all had to go through every single day. And I'm so proud that you all have made it here with a sane mind, with a happy and healthy heart, with priceless smiles as seen in your eyes, and with a positive spirit ready to take on the next step in your journey. You should all be proud of yourselves and take pride with humility so that you will be brave enough to stand again when you fall. Be proud of who you have become, and there's no such thing as a small accomplishment. Have the courage to climb walls that you have built around yourself over time. If climbing seems to be a bit too difficult, try to get out of that wall by taking one brick at a time. Focus on improving yourselves and do not turn a blind eye to those who need your help. Our country needs you, and so does the world. Maybe our ultimate goal has always been planted within us and will always remain in our hearts. People may seem to have been deceived by mundane thinking that mobility is tantamount to productivity, as if hustling is the only measurement for one to be called successful or productive. They didn't recognize the importance of taking a rest. So, my advice to you, do not rush things. Do not run until you get exhausted. Move at your own pace, walk, and take a pause if you want to. Enjoy life's simple pleasures if you have the chance to. As they say, life isn't a race but a marathon. We will all make it. Just hang on, have faith, and believe that everything will get better in His time. What's meant for you will always be yours. There may be moments when you'll feel like you're walking or running in circles. You're getting frustrated because you always seem to end up in the same position where you started. But in case this happens, imagine that you're not walking in circles, but in spirals. Unknowingly, you're already going up, you just didn't notice it. Endings may have been associated with sorrow and affliction, where we seem to lose hope for tomorrow as light vanishes and the darkness comes in. But a beautiful sunset is a living contradiction that some endings can still bring happiness and peace, leaving us with hope that a new start and a brighter tomorrow will come. Your senior high school journey may have an imagery of a sunset, but tomorrow, the sun will rise for you all, for us. By then, you, my dear graduates, may you all be ready to welcome the world with faith, strength, hope, and courage to pursue your passion and to conquer the world. May God bless all of your dreams. Once again, congratulations to all the parents here today whose eyes are screaming with pride and joy. And congratulations to all of you, my dear graduates, the UE Senior High School Class of 2022.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rica May L. Mendoza, for your inspiring commencement speech for our Warrior Senior High School graduates. At this point, let us now sit back and enjoy this musical number featuring the UE Chorale.
Sa hirap ng buhay, dami mong problema, huwag pangiti, no'y di ka astig. Saan ka man naroroon, huwag kang matatakot, sa baril o patali, sa bakas na madilim. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako, hoy, buo aking loob, may agimat ang tubo ko. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako, hoy, agimat ang tubo ko. Hoy, 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 ho, ho, hoy, hoy. Isip ko ang dagat, inibig ko ang mundo, nasa puso ko pala, ang hinahanap kong gulo. Ilang beses na akong munti kang mamatay, o alam ko ang sikreto, kaya nandito pa buhay. O sabi nila, may anting-anting ako, pero di nila alam na Diyos ang dahilan ko. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako, hoy, buo aking loob, may agimat ang tubo ko. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako, hoy, agimat ang tubo ko. Hoy, hoy, Pinoy ako, hoy, hoy, agimat ang tubo ko. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako, hoy, agimat ang tubo ko. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako, hoy, ating tumubuhay. Hoy, hoy, Pinoy ako, hoy, di magkakabuko. Hoy, 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 oh, oh, hoy, 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 oh, oh, hoy,
Thank you very much, UE Choral, for that phenomenal musical number. Napakahuhusay. We would like to inform everyone that some attendees who are not able to join our face-to-face graduation are watching online, as this event is being live streamed through our official Facebook page. At this juncture, we shall now proceed with the announcement of UE Caloocan's graduates and honor graduates of the General Academic Strand and the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics Strand for the school year 2021-2022. Joining us in this portion are UE Caloocan Chancellor Zosimo M. Batad and UE College of Arts and Sciences Caloocan Dean Jean C. Tayag, to be assisted by Principal Marilu S. Alonzo, Assistant Registrar Ethel Cecil M. Baltazar, and Assistant Principal Victoria E. Ganyo.
It is my privilege to present to you the honors and graduates of General Academic Strand. Jamara Maries L. Brinces with honors. Cedric John B. De Guzman. Shane Marie S. De Pamailo. Jacob Carlos B. Ticang. Simon C. Eustaquio. Maria Angelica Franco. Justine P. Fulgencio. Bernice Jasmine I. Gonida with honors. Kiel Paulo L. Gungon. Edward John Paul Hamir. Jimmy C. Leesa. Alea Kim V. Leosa. Angel Grace C. Mange. Chris Daniel Toru G. Ong. Alex Justine Joyce B. Palatao with honors. John Leo D. Pineda. Sean Philip T. Torres. Marion Carl Christopher M. Tugbo. For Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics Strand, STEM 12-1. Eljon A. Abraham. Lovelyn C. Alcantara with high honors. John Ray P. Alonsagay. Lizel Jane A. Ayonayon. Shalene Marie A. Bacolod with high honors. Nikolai Edrich B. Brito. Daniela Jane Canales. Mark Kian B. Sandanya. Oscar Ruiz L. Cordero with high honors. PNL G. De La Concepcion with high honors. Janice Luis C. De La Cruz. Christian Deo Cariza. Jorn Luis G. Dizon. Bethany Don M. Garcia. Joanna Marie Gallego with high honors. Daniela Rain C. Gutierrez with high honors. Courtney Ashley B. Ines. Janelle Cassandra B. Hardinel. Jim Perry D. Laab with honors. Cleo Arabella H. Lakad with honors. Tristan Russell M. Lakay. Luis Richel E. Laksamana. Jasmine Rose N. Litang with honors. Maria Carlin Glazel L. Mendoza. Sofia Beatriz S. Morales with high honors. Francis Jericho R. Nivero. Althea Denise O. Perez with honors. Gwen Laika L. Pergis with high honors. Jaisel Rhyme A. Randol. Nicole Joyce R. Romero. Jane C. Sanchez. Ruel Harvey S. Sasana. Bridget Angeline S. Suwangko with high honors. Zarina Karil Tejada with honors. Bianca Victoria T. Tondo. Joanna Luis S. Torres with honors. Ali A. Veduya. Sarah Nicole F. Villas. Charlene O. Yumul with honors. STEM 12-2. Patrick V. Abesado. Josh Denzel C. Abenio. River Amos C. Ballesteros with honors. David M. Biglaan with high honors. Nikolai Mabry L. Bulosan with honors. Elise Kia S. Buridas with honors. Kurt Gerard U. Kaalem. Aldron John M. Kabili with honors. China May C. Kapule with honors. Lovely Krisa May L. Cargo. Daniel Z. Cruz. Mary Don P. Dagante. Rihanna May D. with high honors. James Brian D. Francisco. Ace Jersey